Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. Today, I'm going to be sharing a haul video, but it is from the Goodwill bins in Asheville. We needed to go to Granger this week to pick up boxes because we still haven't been invited into their red dot something or other.
Red Pass.
Red Pass.
And I got an opportunity to leave them feedback after picking up the boxes, and I said, I'd really like to join your Red Pass because it's a 3-hour round trip to come pick these up.
So we're hoping, to us, it would be worth the $150 a year or whatever to not have to make these 3-hour trips. But we did get to go to the Goodwill bins. I wanted to try it because it's been a while since we stopped by, y'all. It was good. It was very good.
It wasn't good like it used to be good, like 3 carts worth of good.
Right. But they finally had like one half of the building was hard goods. The other half was clothes. And in the past, it was like 3/4 of the building was clothes and only 1/4 of it was hard goods. The problem is they were switching out the clothes like crazy, which is fine. We bought a bunch of clothes too, but they were not getting to the hard goods that quickly. But I did find some stuff. I'm very happy. With all of my frustration with sourcing this year, as far as just driving and coming home with very little, we might, after this trip to Missouri, we may start making it a regular part of our week, every 2 week, go there and just, source.
With all that driving, I feel like I'm driving my life away.
Cue the
snippet. Eddie Rabbit.
So let me go ahead and show you some of the stuff that we picked up. It was nice. And we ended up having to leave and go eat something because I was starved. And then we still came back and still found a few more things. And I even found a treasure over in the retail side. I only bought one thing over there, but I'll share with you guys that in a minute too. But let me show you some of the non-toy stuff we picked up. First thing, and we may end up keeping this, not like we can't very often, but you never know. But this is what looks to be a really nice, good quality camp mat. So we went ahead and picked it up.
Depending on which model it is, could be $40, $50, $60 for this.
Right, so we'll check it out. And if it is one of the nicer ones, we may go ahead, because we've got camp mats. Not that I camp. He camps, not me. But then Robert found these. I didn't even realize Sorrel makes like these duck boots. They're obviously in used condition. Ooh. That was down in there also. I remember picking this up. Did you remember any comps on this, or we just got it because it said Sorrel?
I looked them up. I want to say 20 to 30.
There, so, and at this bin's, electronics are 49 cents a pound. Books are 89 cents a pound. And the regular stuff was...
I want to say $1.79.
$1.79. I think. It could be 69. But I don't remember.
I used to work with the lady whose brother's name was Sorrel.
Sorrel.
Which is, I believe, to be the color of a horse.
I think so too. I've heard that before. Let me go ahead and show you this. It was just a cute little... Star Wars kids wallet. I picked it up in the same spot that I'm going to show you guys this. I know my kids had this when they were little. This is part of the Play School Galactic Heroes set. Star Wars. Of course, this is the Millennium Falcon. I'm trying to see what date. Probably early 2011. It seemed to be in really good condition. Didn't have any accessories, except that I did find, I think these 2 types of figures went with this series. They were called Galactic Heroes. I want to say when we looked that up, it was going to be like $30, $40. I'll just go ahead and add these to them. Who knows? I may have some more of these listed, and I'll just take them and try to make one big lot. Hopefully get it to like $50 or so. Now, I know to be looking for these sharks. I don't think what they were called, but I've never seen these itty bitty ones. So I'm not quite sure if there's any value. When I looked online with Google Lens. I think he's supposed to be holding some little weapons, but I don't know the value of him. I'm hoping bread and butter at least.
Standing up vertically like that, it reminds me of that shark from Pink Panther that used to say gotcha and scare people.
Yeah.
He had a little tuna fish or something with him.
Yep. Picked up another Go Smart VTech. I'm going to take down my listings and I think make some bigger lots. So I just grabbed it because I could get it for 49 cents a pound. Because even there, your battery operated toys are considered electronics at that Ben's.
The lots are still doing well. We sold a small lot of little people, but little animals today. Had like 6 of them in it or something.
Yep. My lots are doing very well. And, it helps that you're not listing, bread and butter all the time, and that some of these lots are doing, good for us. Some guy was grabbing up all of the Star Wars figures. These were all together in the same bin when it came out. This ended up the only one that I ended up actually grabbing also. I don't know who it is. I'll have to look it up, but it's just I guess maybe 4-inch minifigure.
Is it Fish Windu?
I don't know. I never watched Star Wars. All right, and then
I've watched the newer ones with RJ, but I never have made it around to actually watch the originals, which is sad for somebody my age.
When RJ was little and I had my shoulder surgery, the intent was since I couldn't do anything and I had to stay in my chair, that first week, and you couldn't really move and I was in a lot of pain, he and I would sit and watch Star Wars together. We didn't make it through one video and both of us were out of our minds already, but I'm thinking he was like 5 or 6, so he wasn't really into it yet. Just went ahead and picked up another Take Along Thomas. I'll add it to a lot. And I grabbed this book set. They were out. Somebody had already dumped them. And at first I found 3 books and the case. And then I realized that there was supposed to be 4 books. And I went back and actually found the 4th one, which was nice. I've done pretty good with these Choose Your Own Adventure books. They seem to be very popular. Not quite sure. Again, I paid the book rate like 89 cents a pound for this. But I don't know. I'm hoping $10, $15 for the set. I picked this up just because it was in the clothing and I just happened to notice it. And me with the doll clothes. Grabbed it, but it is Pleasant Company. One of the original American Girl brands. This little tag there. It's got some condition issues. I'll probably just add it to my doll lot that I'm still holding on to. And then when I'm ready to list, maybe I'll have a few others of these that I can make a lot. Picked up SpongeBob, Patrick. I'll look to see if I have any other Thai SpongeBob stuff. Probably going to be bread and butter. I mention this quite often. When I'm at the bins and I'm paying, per pound, I tend to pick up a lot of bread and butter stuff. This is Disney Wishables. Of course, he's Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. I kind of Googled him. That's why I knew who he was. I wouldn't have known for nothing other reason. But I saw anywhere from $8 to $20 on him. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. Oh, this is funny. This is, Jellycat. Interesting. At first I thought it was going to be Bunnies by the Bay because I just listed or processed a chicken from Bunnies by the Bay. And it looked very kind of sort of similar. But it is Jellycat. No clue on value. I'm hoping $12, $15 for it.
I saw it was Jellycat and thought, oh, a Jellycat chicken, surely. But I'm thinking it's in the... It's going to top out about where you said, I think.
Probably. All right, this was Carter's Just 1 Year. Needs a bath, but it's a dog, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Not quite sure on the value. Probably bread and butter. I have forgotten his name. But I know Kohl's put out a plush from him. Chihuahua. Can't remember, but he's going to be bread and butter. look at this. And it's in really nice condition with its original paper tag. This is Hallmark, Jingle Pals, Sounds in Motion, and when I checked, it looks like really new. Like maybe it was this past year's, but not quite sure. Really good condition. You know, I'm hoping 15, 20 bucks for it. What's funny is I just processed a different one of these. Same brand though. I'm thinking this is Mary Meyer. Yep. Just processed a giraffe one I had waiting to be listed. But this one is a white elephant. They are not worth a whole lot. You know, I'm hoping, let's say $15 or so for them. But it was in really good condition. So we grabbed it. It's probably right at £1 or so. So, you know, for less than $2, why not? This is that Hapa brand. I think, yeah, Haba. I always want to say Hapa. Hapa is like the wooden games. Haba is this. I may have to take the shirt off and give it a wash before I list it, but I like that brand, and it's got battery opening, so I'm not quite sure what she's supposed to be doing. But again, I'm hoping like $15 or so for her.
So I had to look up this chicken again just to see. I did a Google lens on it this time instead of just searching for Jellycat chicken. And Matilda is the name it seems to be. And the first listing was listed for $68. But all the solds are in that $10 to $20 range.
There you go. I'll shoot high because it's in really nice condition and then take offers, right? This is Aurora. And I think I just had a baby deer also. But I'm thinking this is a baby because it's got the spots. So I just listed. But it's going to be bread and butter.
We have some fawns in our yard.
Right
they
now.
Are so, I mean, like
little.
Like, I can't even begin to.
They're like
I'm sure
this big.
Yeah, we've got a plush in
babies.
here in this haul that's going to be about the size of them. They're tiny.
Yep. And they're just out in our field. All right, this is Thai 2005 dog plush. I tend to pick up most of these. I've been pleasantly surprised. Some of them selling, you know, 30, 40, 50, and then some of them are bread and butter. No paper tags, but to me that seems to not make a big difference. I don't know if I'm going to save him. I went ahead and grabbed him. Look how bad. Really, really bad. But it is Thai Pluffies. It is 2002 Gray Elephant. I can't remember his name. Nope, can't remember, but we'll see. But usually he's bread and butter. Sometimes you just got to try to save them. Let me show you some of the... I meant to look these up and forgot about them. And I'm not really sure what they are, but, you know, when you're in the bins and you're digging, you're just trying to get, you know, everything before somebody else does. Look at the face on this. I don't have any clue. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. Interesting figure. But I got this bag. I'm thinking all of these were together. Got this bag. I'll have Robert Google that figure. And a third bag. Dynasty of King Flair. Treasure Kings Gold. That fell on my phone. So yeah, I don't know what the value is. I'll just put all of this in one big old lot. Take lots of close-up pictures and that'll be all right.
If you want to show a better picture of him.
Yeah, here's the
not
figure.
Inside the bag.
Interesting. Let me see.
Somebody says Treasure X Maniacs Bad Dog Alien figure.
Huh. I've had Treasure X before, and I don't remember it in a positive way.
People have him listed for $5 or $6.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a huge lot. Surely I can get $25, $30 for all of that.
Do it as a lot and you
be done with
money
it.
that way.
Yep. Went ahead and grabbed this. I think Robert did. These are Trackmaster, the gray tracks. Seems to be a nice lot of them. And there are a few cars in here. This one says hose car. This is some kind of soda train. I'll probably keep all of this together. You know, again, I'm hoping 25, 30 bucks for all of this. Look how cute. It's that felted wool plush, but I just am realizing I'm gonna have to figure this out. One of the legs has come loose, but there's a pin. I know that's just how they put them all together. But I just love them. I've done really well with them in the past. So, you know, again, I'm hoping $10, $15 for this. Loveys, always picking up the Loveys. This is Mud Pie. Needs a bath. You know, I'm hoping, you know, 10, 12 bucks for it. Domo, I've done well in the past with these, but I haven't found one in a long time. So I'm not quite sure. Again, I'm hoping bread and butter. I want to see something funny. Found a puzzle. This has like become one of our favorites, kind of, sort of, and except for the wooden Liberty ones, which my friend Beth found one this weekend in the wild. So there's hope. There's hope that, you know, others are out there for us to find. But this Jan Van Hasteren, they're like comic puzzles. This would be good because it's only 550 pieces. We finally finished one of the 2,000 pieces. They are really, really nice. And they, like, I think that one I'm going to be listing for like 40. And we paid $4 minus 30%, something like that for them. Yeah. Come to find out, did you realize that that whole scene was biblical? That was the fifth day.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it's called, the fifth day. So
had a bunch of birds on it.
Yeah. So, you know.
And fish.
And fish, yeah. Found a couple of Christmas ornaments. And I was about to say, always check them very carefully for damage. Look, he's missing a wheel. Big dummy. I checked to make sure he didn't have broken hands and all of that stuff. But, all right, in the trash. Here's, ooh, twisted in my finger. Here's another one. I'm thinking it lit up when I tried it. So, just, you know, bread and butter. Look, I found a bunch of Duplo figures. I think I have a lot going. I think I've got a large lot, and now I need to find out, do I have a smaller lot going? You know, I get to a point where I think it's big enough, it's expensive enough, and I don't want to go any bigger. So I'll see if I've got any more listed.
The Jan Van Hasteren puzzle has sold for $16.
So there you go. For a little puzzle, we probably paid about $2 or so for it. Picked up another like Barbie baby. I think this one's more contemporary just based on the face. I'll see if I've got, I'm pretty sure I've got others that have this exact same face listed. I'm just going to add it. This was the second thing I picked up at the bins, and I was beyond thrilled. I didn't find anything better, but when it's been sitting in a discarded bins, nobody's, you know, everybody had already been and done. But look what I found, y'all. This is a Play School Jammy Pies, and yes, I know she's rough. Look, mine is, oh, I haven't put her up yet. I've got one over here because we haven't finished the other pegboard that's going to be my Play School and other brands. But I'm thinking she's still probably, once I get her cleaned up a little bit, maybe $40 to $50 for her. I think the purple one is one of the more expensive ones. But, you know, I would have switched out if it was purple. But I think I like my other one a little bit better than this one. So I'll just sell that one. And then found a little Douglas cat. I'll have to share the comp with the one that we saw the other day that was like $500. This isn't it.
That one is 600 to 800
cents.
Yes.
Yeah. Most of these small Douglas like this end up being, you know, bread and butter. If I've got other cats and dogs that are this size, I may go ahead and, you know, list them together in a lot. I think I just sold like a lot of 3 puppies the other day for, you know, $15 or so. This is what I found in the retail store. And there was no price, so they only charged me $1. Oh, look, y'all. It was in with the games. And this is vintage Lisa Frank Western Roundup jewelry. It is taped shut, so I didn't even look in it. So I'm going to real quickly bust this painter's tape and see what's in here with you guys. I'm going to, let's see, get the lid off. I don't know. Is it original or is this just replacement stuff? Don't know. There's a whole bunch of beads. Now that does look Lisa Frank colors. Trying to look. Not quite sure. Don't know if I've been...
Hornswoggled?
Is that the word? I don't know. But some of these colors do look appropriate. So I'll have to wait and see. Oh yeah, I see this. This is on the box. So yeah, some of it is Lisa Frank, but I have a feeling some of this is not. I don't know, but it's just a whole lot of beads and a whole lot of jewelry making going on here. So definitely worth the $1 that I paid. It's got some interesting things. Shaped beads. Look at them. There's like shell looking beads and just a whole bunch. We'll see. But when I looked up an incomplete without knowing what was inside of it, I want to say a new in the box, somebody had it listed, I want to say for $300, but there were like 2 others that were listed in the like 60s. So I'll have to do some more research to see if
$357.
is that what the one was?
Yeah, and the other ones are 60 and 75.
Yeah.
Y'all be careful when you're searching comps on the eBay app on your phone and trying to get a sell-through rate. I looked this up just now to see because I didn't know if Rebel had, because something like this she's just going to buy it for $1 and not worry about what it is, because okay, it's $1
Lisa
and it's
Frank.
probably worth a bunch.
Yeah.
And it's Lisa Frank. I got one listed for 75. I went over to solds. There were none sold in the last 90 days. I went back to the listed. Now I see 3 listings, and that happens to me on a very regular basis. I'll look up a pair of jeans, and there'll be like 200 listed, and 100 sold. I'll go back to the listeds, and there'll be like 1,400 listed. It changes almost every time lately.
Yep, and the solds, the prices that you're seeing on solds isn't always accurate. I'm seeing that quite often now. You have to go to Terapeak, especially when it's something higher dollar-ish, and it's the only one that you're finding, and you need to be careful because it might show that it sold for $400, but if you were to go to Terapeak, and I have literally seen this where it really sold for $15. So you've got to definitely check Terapeak, and that's the same with WorthPoint. WorthPoint shows what it was listed for, but not what it sold for. It gives you a good idea, but it is not accurate, especially if it's been within the last 3 years. You need to confirm with Terapeak if it actually sold at what the prices they say on WorthPoint. It's a good gauge, but I wouldn't give complete credibility to the prices that you're seeing on there. I still use it. It is still very helpful for me, especially on things that I'm not finding recent comps. Or if I want to see, yes, this Sasha doll has sold before, in the past, but without checking Terapeak for recent. I'd be careful. Just be careful. All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. Bye.